Feel good. Friday, December 5th. This is the Pat McAfee Show. I'm AJ Hawk sitting in for Pat Easy. Atlanta SEC Championship, boys. Big game. Football! What's up, Pat? Who you got? I see old Stanford Steve with the Ole Miss Q-Zip, huh?
Your thoughts on these games? Because obviously this Hoosiers team is different than the Hoosiers team last year. That kind of, they dookied the bed almost against an Ohio State team last year.
What do you guys think the crowd's going to be? Do you think 60-40?
SeatGeek has actually some stats on the amount of purchases from Indiana and then the purchases from Ohio. Now, this is just from SeatGeek. Big Ten Championship, 39% of the buyers have come from Indiana, 23% have come from Ohio. Last year's game between Oregon and Penn State had 25% buyers from Indiana, 25% buyers from Ohio. So, in general, this game draws a lot of local demand, but Indiana is making up for a disproportionate amount of fans this year. It's going to be very, very Hoosier heavy.
Yeah.
It's going to be very Hoosier heavy because the worry is Ohio State does this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana has a chance to do something they've never done before, and I think the city and the state are jacked up about it.
But you also, this is what makes Ohio State great, is how crazy and large that army is of a fan base.
Yes.
Like, they look at it as a challenge now. Like, you're going to get people that were like, before the Michigan game, were like, yeah, maybe we'll go, maybe not. All right, yeah, we're going. They said Indiana's going to have a home field. We're going. That's how awesome that fan base is. So we've been waiting all year for the matchup, Pat. I tend to think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I like the personnel on both defenses. Did you stay for the tunnel to see the teams last week come out? Like, Michigan was hooting and hollering. Ohio State, the door opened. You heard the music in the locker room, and it was just a deadpan down the tunnel. Then they get the ball. First play, double move to Tate, gets broken up. But you're like, okay, Ohio State's coming out here throwing haymakers. And they always have that in their bag. You know, you saw the one to Jeremiah Smith, and they open it up with the one to Tate. The offensive line has given them the ability. I don't want to take anything away from saying, but his offensive line has kept him protected.
This is a Will Howard thing. This guy's not good because everybody else is good around him.
No, not at all. I'm just saying they have done a great job of protecting him.
If BYU is to win this game, obviously that changes a lot. BYU loses this game, there's going to be chaos to get into that college football playoff.
Oh, man. And it's, what is it, 3 teams for 1 spot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I look at BYU. I like the position they're in, having already played Texas Tech. You talked about how they're stacked on the lines of scrimmage. I think it's a huge advantage to have known what you're getting up against and going to their place. Now you're going to a neutral site. It's sold out. Jerry World, 90,000+. And what I've watched with BYU since that loss is they've taken the reins off Bear Bachmeier. They come out against TCU the following week. He throws for over 200 yards. He does it with his legs on the road at a tough game at Cincinnati. They come back down 14-0 against a UCF team who really disrupted him and sacked him 4 times last week. So I like, and LJ Martin's healthy. LJ Martin is a NFL running back, and now you have him full go. Texas Tech's going to get BYU's best shot. You got to figure this is backs against the wall. Every quarterback run is going to be in the playbook. Every trick play you got with LJ and Bear Bachmeier running the football is in there, and they have the receivers to make plays too. So I like the spot that BYU is in. You know you have to earn it. You've got to win the game to get in the playoff.
The Ole Miss people have been through it.
Yeah.
They have been through it.
Yeah, and they have an opportunity. Imagine if we go there for a home playoff game. That would be insane.
Man, it would be insane. For some people, it'd be a little bit worse, I think, than others. You know, I think the Ole Miss people think some of the people up there on the game day set were certainly doing their absolute best to make sure that Lane was going to go elsewhere. I don't think that's the case. I don't
think so either.
I think, like, a lot of the people, now granted, that's us just knowing them, and then obviously you can put together a lot of theories. But I think, like, in theory is where, like, Herbie was talking. Like, in theory, he should be a lot of coach's team. Like, he loves his team. He puts his team together 6 years he's been there. He should be able to do that. The current reality, that was never going to be able to work, I think. So that's certainly the counterpoint to it.
Georgia has to run the ball to keep those guys down, I think, with the playmakers. And I still like Alabama on the perimeter with Ty throwing the football. My question is this the Ryan Williams game? Like, where has he been? He needs to – they have a huge advantage with their NFL receivers against that secondary of Georgia. Georgia's not as bad as they were early in the year. They've got experience, but I still like the NFL players that Ty has to throw with, and I think that's the difference in the game, and I lean towards Bama.